a few more minutes to get a few people in. Oh my God, we have 50 people attending. This is making record. Oh, Elva just text me that's love the car. It's not my car, Elva. It's a speaker car. All right, and later on he gonna appear in the video. Okay, let me put my phone on silent because I do want to be focused for this. All right, guys. So it's 10:05. I'm gonna go ahead and kick off this meeting for the next 6 weeks. My name is Hui. Probably a lot of y'all know me already, and I'm just super excited to kind of like retro this series of Wilco, right? So if you don't know Wilco is actually the one who sponsored Amanda and Jeff Weisbeer, right? And during COVID hit, we did a series of Asian attraction, 6 weeks straight, just really focus on, just the basic of how to sponsor Asian the right way. And my God, it's just something that clicked on my head. And, from what I learned in that series, I just really, kicked off my Asian attraction career. So without further ado today, I'm super excited to be able to invite my good friend, my big brother, John Sai from Canada. He has been an inspiration for me, for a lot of people here in our group, in the company. John, let me share this video real quick, and then, please come in, and I cannot wait to introduce you to the entire group, right? So let's see if I can play this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, dream can come true, and I'm super excited to introduce John Sai as one of our speakers today. John, please go ahead. If you're speaking, you're on mute.
All right. Good morning.
Hey, John, how are you?
What's up, guys? Good. How are you guys?
Super excited to have you on today. Thank you so much for sharing for today knowledge. How are you?
I'm good, man. Does this work? I don't know if I can see myself. Does this work?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, perfect. Because I don't know if I should take it off of my phone to go on the laptop, because then I don't have headphones. It might be noisy for you guys. What do you guys think?
Whatever work for you, work for us. We can hear you loud and clear over here.
Okay, perfect. Then this is good. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so John, I know that for a lot of us, we hear you speak, we hear you, we see you at a conference, we see your fire, we can feel it, every moment of it. But yeah, let's go back a little bit, right? So
yeah.
So John, who are you, and why are you in real estate, and all of a sudden, how do you end up at EXP?
Yeah, so hang on one second here. I'm just gonna turn it sideways, see if it's a little bit better. Guys, and this is I just want you guys to know that when you have breakdowns and when you have things that are in your way, you just make it happen. And if there's something that you can learn from my experience right now, is that no matter what, you make it work and you show up. So my name is John Sai. I've been in real estate 17 years. And I started real estate in 2006, And in my first year in real estate, I sold 2 homes, and I made $2,500. And in my second year, I sold 17 homes. I was 27 years old, so I thought I was on top of the world. I had made it. I knew everything about real estate. I made $104,000, and I went out and bought a car for $89,000, and went completely broke. And after that, guess what happened in 2008? Things got even worse. I had made $48,000, did 10 deals, and then all of a sudden I was magically $80,000 in debt. And because of that, I had to work 7 days a week to try to pay for my bills. But if I want to back up a little bit, why I wanted to get into real estate, why I wanted to work so hard is because growing up, I was the youngest of 4 kids. And my dad would always give me a hard time saying, you know, well, you'll never amount to anything worthwhile. You're not enough. And because of that, I had a chip on my shoulder. And growing up in North America, in Canada, wasn't easy either, because we moved over here in 1991. Got bullied a lot, being an Asian kid, not speaking a word of English, and it was tough. So based on all that, it really lit the fire underneath my bum to work really, really hard. So I went 7 days a week, 12, 14, sometimes 16-hour days, and never saw my family. My marriage started to fall apart. And yeah, so if you guys still get calls from your parents, please pick up. It's one of the biggest things that I learned over the years, is that family is number one. Well, your health is number one. And then family is also, well, the top 2 right here, right? And so what I experienced in 2008 was, when the market was crashing, I was working 7 days a week. My mom would always call me, and then I would never pick up because I'm too busy. But this one day in 2008, she called me and she left me a message. It was kind of grim. And she said, John, I need you to come home. It's usually like, hey, I need you to come home and eat some soup. And that was it. But this time it was a little bit different. So I called her back. She didn't pick up, and I went home, and I found out that she had an aneurysm. And the doctor said she had a 50% chance of living from the surgery. It was an emergency surgery. So she went in, and I prayed, and thank God she recovered 100%. But with all that being said, after that, when she recovered, she would call me, and I would never pick up because I'm too busy. And because I wanted to work hard to make my dad proud, to make my parents proud. So please, like, if you get calls from your mom, just pick up, or call your mom today, better yet. And 2013, again, still working 7 days a week, 12, 14-hour days. My mom calls me, says my dad has some trouble breathing. And I said, oh, what's going on? He said, well, you're never home. You never call us. You never pay attention, but you probably don't know that your dad has 7 stents in his heart. I said, what's next? She said, well, you can't put the 8th stent in his heart. So he has to go for a quadruple bypass surgery. I said, what? That's crazy. And the doctor reassured us that the quadruple bypass surgery was going to be very routine, that he's going to make it out just fine. And the success rate was going to be 98%. So with that in mind, I said, okay, no problem. I was just so relaxed about it. And he came out and, he was good. He was good. For about a week, he was a little bit delirious on the medication and whatnot. On the 7th day, he finally ate his first solid meal. And during the night, I was the only one with him, and he sat me down and he said, the Sai family is yours. My last name is Sai. And I said, what are you talking about? I'm the youngest of 4 kids, and you're going to be out of here within a week. And I said, I'm going to let you rest, and I'm going to go home. I'll see you tomorrow. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, the nurse calls me and says, I think you better come to the hospital. I said, what are you talking about? I was so like out of it. Right. And, we went over there 5 o'clock in the morning, my mom, my wife, and I, in the waiting room. The doctor comes out and he said, unfortunately. I said, what? And I didn't hear anything after that. He tried to explain what happened, blah, blah, blah. And so my dad was gone. And so for the last 7 years of his life, I missed out. And here's a man who's busted his ass all his life and then brought us to Canada. I never had a chance to really be with my dad for the last 7 years. So and it's all because I wanted to have him be proud of me. And that's why I work 7 days a week. So after he died, I took it up upon my shoulders that, hey, you said the Sai family is yours. So I started working. If there was 25 hours in a day, I would work it. If there were 8 days in a week, I would work it because I wanted to make him proud, right? He gave me the responsibility of the family. So then I went harder. So by 2016, I was selling 150 homes, single agent with 2 assistants, and burned out like crazy. I don't know if you guys have done that. That was the first year I made $1 million GCI. It was pretty crazy, but completely burned out, successful yet miserable, and no fulfillment. And marriage was falling apart. I was drinking a lot. I was very unhealthy. I was an asshole to everybody else around me. Life was just not good, except for the fact that I made $1 million, which is like, ooh.
That was a part of that I don't know about.
I drank a lot. And for those, I don't know how many people are on the call. If you'd like to judge me, great. I did a lot of drugs too. And that's what real estate had led me to. And it is what it is. And, I said, I need to find a way out. And by end of 2017, I said, okay, I can't do this. My production started going backwards, 149 to 137. And by 2018, I dropped to 99 transactions, right? But then I still made way over $1 million because of the market growth, but I was burnt out. So by 2018, we were interviewing other companies because my boutique company took $100,000 from me in terms of split, and there was no cap. So I said, okay, the only way to build a residual income and multiple streams of income was for me to buy a franchise because I have no other skills. I have a psychology degree from the University of British Columbia, which allowed me to earn $35,000 a year as a social worker. And before real estate, I sold jeans at a maximum of $24,000 a year. And I sold jeans for 4 years. So I'm super grateful for the opportunity, don't get me wrong. But when you're grinding for 13 years with nothing to show for, it was tough. So we interviewed RE/MAX at the brokerage level. They were going to give us 3 things very clearly. Number 1 was if you build a brokerage and you were to recruit agents, you can, number 1, build equity. Number 2, you would have revenue share if you were to recruit agents, help them become productive. And number 3, they were going to give us KV Core at the brokerage level for $1,200 a month, and we can give our agents leads and we can make money that way as well. But all that being said, they were going to set us up with brick and mortar, managing broker, accountant, conveyancing staff, yada, yada, for $500,000.
Wow.
And then my partner back then was like, yeah, let's do it. There's no other way to create multiple streams of income in real estate. There's just no other way. And then lo and behold, June 2018, my partner, Bill Layler, came to me with the introduction of EXP. It just had come to our province at that time. He had been in Canada since 2014. I said, what the hell is ESP? Right? And he said, yeah, this is a new company. And John, you wanted 3 things from RE/MAX. Number 1, equity. Number 2, revenue share. Number 3 was just more leads. And I said, if they weren't going to charge us $500,000, they were probably going to give us a deal. What is it going to be? $200,000? And then he said, to start up with EXP, John, it's a $199 Canadian. Canadian, guys, Canadian, which is like $1 American. Okay. So I said, no way. And then what happened was he had me interview all these guys, the who's who of EXP, Brent Gove, Cliff Freeman, Gene Frederick, Rob Flick, right? They brought out all the big guns for me, and I had no idea who these guys were, but they're all telling me, hey, I'm making 7 figures in equity, 7 figures in revenue share. We can help you do that too. And I said, I don't know if I believe in myself, right? And what happened was my last conversation, November 2018, Cliff Freeman told me, John, what were to happen? Like, think about this. If you were to join EXP and revenue share doesn't work, equity doesn't pan out, and you do no deals from KB Core, who are you? I said, well, I guess I'm still grinding out 100 deals by myself in real estate. He's like, yes, so nothing changes. You have everything to gain. You have nothing to lose. You could always go back to Remax. You could always go back to Sun. You can always go back to Roll the Page. And I said, okay, great. Let's jump, right? Oh, this is one part where I should tell you is that I asked him what his revenue share check was at that point, November 2018. He said $55,000. I said, holy shit. I could pay off all my bills. Then I don't have to sell real estate. I get to sell real estate. I can choose to.
Oh, I like that.
I got off the phone. And I was like, I'll get back to you, Cliff. I wasn't even, because I'm super indecisive, right? I'm a super analytical guy, right? And then
I can tell by
you
now.
can tell, right? Yeah. And then what happened was we were up in an Uber in California on a vacation, and my wife tapped me on the shoulder. She was talking to me from the back. Wide-eyed, she said, you need to get involved now.
Listen to the wife.
We never see you. And I said, okay. So I signed that night. And it was because of my wife giving me that push, because happy wife, happy life. And we were miserable in our marriage back then. So guys, fast forward, those guys held up their end of the bargain. They supported me every step of the way. I talked to Brent Gove every day. I talked to Chris Fair every day, Steve Merritt. These guys, had completely changed my life. I came to EXP with 110 transactions. I had like 3 agents, and then now we're doing over 200 transactions. We just scaled from 13 to 22 agents this year. So, hopefully, going to 300-400 transactions in the next couple of years. And I work, guys, 4 days a week, 4-hour days. And the rest of the time I get to, spend time with my family and work on the business instead of in the business. And our revenue share group right now is at 845 people with 65 FLA and 46 FLQA. So the revenue share at the highest this year was $81,000. Mind you, that's Canadian, so that's probably like $20 American.
I would like $81,000 Canadian.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I super grateful for the opportunity, and that's my story for now, and to be continued. I am living every single day, giving it my all, giving it my best. The market is changing, and I just want to be able to contribute as much as possible. And what's funny, guys, is that if you contribute, come in on these calls, contribute to other people with no agenda whatsoever, you'll get paid back tenfold. So nothing that you do with good intentions is going to waste. Okay, so give it your best shot every single day, guys. So that's my story. Thank you for it.
Wow, thank you, John. Jesus Christ. 845 people in your revenue share group, man. Congratulations. Yeah. That is a huge achievement.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you really like back then you really see this coming or not really?
I had a very specific goal, and if it's one thing that helped me have that North Star was year 1, I said, I'm going to go to 300. Year 2, I said, I'm going to go to 500. Year 3, I'm going to be at 1,000. I didn't hit those goals, but it's coming up the 4th year and I'm at 845. Am I mad? No. Right. But you just got to have that goal. Once you declare the goal, you got to know that it's just a matter of when, right, you'll achieve it. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And you just have to be patient, but you got to put in the work. I've been working every single day to build this. In 2019, I talked to 50 people per day, buyers, sellers, investors, and I talked to 2 people per day, agent attraction. So that's 52 contacts a day, Monday to Friday. And I was still doing 7 days a week. Just, if it weren't listing appointments, if it weren't buyer appointments, it was agent attraction appointments. And we did 2 events for ourselves in Vancouver, and then kickstarted our whole agent attraction recruitment business.
Wow.
But it was a busy ass year. And I knew that, hey guys, you know what? 2020, January 1st, guess what happens to your sales business? Zero.
Yeah.
We did 110 in 2019, but January 1st, zero. But I started the year with 123 agents January 1st, 2020.
No
So
way.
you'll never go to zero,
Okay.
right?
I think
But be
that's-
patient.
So John, do you remember? Could you tell us a little bit about when you attract when you sponsor your very first agent? Like, is there anything specific that you do? Like, would you like kind of record that moment, and maybe if you do anything different now versus then? Like, who's your first agent? Just like
This is a funny story, because my first agent was my big sister Simone Russo. I was either going Remax or EXP, right? And then I went to her, I was like, I can't make this decision. Simone, can you help me with this decision? She said, okay, well, let's break it down. Remax got all these things, and EXP, tell me more about EXP. I said, EXP, you get revenue share, you get equity, and get KB Core for all these leads. And then, you can actually retire should you choose, not to sell real estate once your revenue share exceeds your business and personal expenses. She said, I'm in.
I see.
Right. And then she went from, so it was by accident that I enrolled my first agent, and Simone was like, I'm good to go. And then she signed December 18th, 2018, and then I jumped on January 1st, 2019.
Yeah, sometimes just the funny thing that you can't say the wrong thing to the right people. So all those
You can. So you just gotta keep. And my first few agents was like, man, I'm super excited about this opportunity. Help me look at it. Right. And then Simone just ran with it. And Simone and Pablo, they are rock stars. They started building systems right away. And for my agent attraction, people came in, and in the first year, you're going to lose a few because you don't know shit about onboarding. You don't know shit about how to support them in the EXP world. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Right. But you just keep recruiting. You need to keep recruiting going, because, people are going to come and go. And then as you keep recruiting, you're going to build systems. You're going to get smarter on it. Right. And you're going to keep building those systems to make sure that you work on the retention, but you can't stop the recruiting. If you stop the recruiting, your energy stops, and then it'll start to fall off.
Yeah.
Right. Unless you have 300 FLA like Mike Sherrard, and you can take a step back. Right.
So talking about system and just building things out a little bit, because this is actually what we are lacking right now. So what is your system for agent attraction look like right now? Like as far as talking to them, bringing them on, and supporting them. Or what does it look like right now?
Yeah. So I the 4 hours a day, 4 days a week is like, I'm very intense in all my Zoom calls. So I have 7 trainings a week that I do.
7. Okay.
7 trainings a week, and it's no joke. It's a lot of work, but it works. It works for retention, because they're always asking, okay, well, what am I getting with the stuff that you do, right? But then then I started to create all these training calls, these structures on top of the EXP world, because we just used to send people to the EXP world. Here's all the training, blah 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 blah. But like, why do I belong to your group? It's like, okay, we have all these things, so I take it upon myself to create all these calls, just like what you're doing right now. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep.
And then events at least once every quarter locally. And then, of course, inviting agents in our group to go to EXPCon, to go to Shareholder Summit, to go to Build, to go to Maui, stuff like that. Just inviting people to events or create your own event. Those are the things that you can't miss. And then I believe you do this as well, a weekly EXP Explain call. Mm-hmm. You got to do it, right? It's just a Zoom call, right? And it's once a week for half an hour, 45 minutes. Why not? So if you have all those things in place, you make sure that you turn all the stones you need to turn. Just make sure that you leave no stones unturned. You're going to be good to go. right? But the thing is, like, what are you not doing right now for agent attraction, and you wish you had more results than you do right now? That's like wishing but not doing, right? And I see a lot of people ask me, oh, okay, well, my production is not where it needs to be. I'm like, let me ask you this question. In your business plan, you said you were going to talk to this many people. Did you actually talk to this many people? They said, no. How many did you talk to? Well, about 50%. Well, how much is your production right now based on your goals? About 50%. I'm like, well, no shit, Sherlock. You didn't do the work. You can't wish for the results for the work that you didn't do, right? Same with agent attraction. Are you talking to agents, right? I don't know ClickFunnels, right? I don't know freaking. I'm not a coach, but I just talk to people every single day, right? And right now, I've talked to a total of 1,401 agents right now.
You track all that?
And I track all that, and it's as simple
Wow.
as putting it into my iPhone notes.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not some like fancy, like database. It's iPhone notes. And I know that out of those 1,401 people, I recruited 82 agents out of that. That's like 1 in 17. So I know that every 17 agents I talk to right now, I can enroll 1 agent. So know your numbers. So you're not guessing what you need to do in terms of agent attraction, even for your sales business. If you talk, I know a lot of my agents, they know their numbers. I talk to 267 people, I get 1 deal. Okay, well, if you want another deal, just go and talk to another 260 people,
Ah,
right? It's as simple as that. Play the law of ratios, play the law of averages, right? Some will, some won't. So what next?
I
Does that
love
make
that. I
sense?
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for someone that building revenue share right now, what they should be doing right now on a daily basis. Talk to, do you have anything
I think
specific?
it's I think if you guys already have structures for training, just invite people to the training, but you have to talk to people daily. Either you're reaching out on social media, DMing other agents, or you calling agents in your warm market, the people that you already hang out with, the people that you have done deals with in the past 6 months to a year, 2, 3 years, whoever you know that knows you got to be calling them, got to be texting them, got to be social media DMing them. You just got to keep the recruiting energy going. Never stop recruiting. Always be recruiting. Always be closing. Always be selling, right? You can't stop, right?
Yeah.
Unless you don't want it bad enough, which is okay with me too, right? I always ask people, I always tell people, I can help you make $1 million, no problem. I have the step by step what you need to do. But let me show you my plan. Talk to 50 people every single day for the whole year, and you would take 100 listings. They're like, okay, maybe I don't want it that bad. Okay, good. So what do you want?
I see.
Right?
I love that. I love that. Yeah. So John, I'm moving a little bit because I know you have to run for your Mike Ferry meeting. So
Sure.
whenever I ask you for something, right? You super busy guy. You never say no to me. You got 2 kids. You have to handle the team. You have to handle the
Yeah.
production side. I know that you wake up super early to work out in the morning. But what is your day
Yeah.
after that look like? Like tell us a little bit about.
Yeah. So 4:30 I wake up, and then I start to do some meditation, and then I prepare my pre-workout, and walk my dog, all that, and then be at the gym by 5 o'clock. 5 to 6:30 around there is a workout, but 45 minutes of that is stretching because I'm getting old. I'm 42 years old, and I need to
Oh,
stretch. And
sorry to.
stretching, thanks buddy. Yeah, so stretching is actually really, really important to working out is not just about being strong, looking good. It's about you being mobile and you being able to move, you being able to stand up when you prospect every single day, you being able to have the energy every single day, right? So after the workout, I come back, prepare some breakfast. And by 7 o'clock, I'm role playing one time. I'm still doing real estate role play, 7 to 7:30 role play, 7:30 to 8 o'clock role play. And then 8 o'clock to 8:30, we have group role play. And then after that, I'm on the phone enrolling agents or coaching agents all the way until noon, right? And then I have a healthy lunch. And then in the afternoon, I have just a full day of Zoom calls right after that. But if I don't have any Zoom calls on agent attraction, I quit. I spend time with my family,
Oh wow.
right? Right now it's recruiting season, so I'm Zoom call booked to the nines right now because people are moving brokerages. People are looking for more income, right? When I tell people, hey, are you interested in finding out if we can give you 7 streams of income within one brokerage? Okay, tell me more, right? So right now I'm very busy, which is great. But some days I'm like, okay, well, if I quit at 1 or 2 o'clock, I'm good. But if you are an agent right now, still in production, it's a very intense schedule. From 8 to 11, you're prospecting on the phone, buyers and sellers, right? And then after you do that, if you do 20, 30 contacts, you get to do the fun stuff, which is talk to 2 of your friends in the business. And if you do that Monday to Friday, just for a good 5 years, you'll build freedom for your life. You'll build options for your life. You build choices for your life. I was able to go away for 6 weeks last year with my family, traveling Vegas, Seattle, Orlando, Cancun for 2 weeks. You ever sit on the beach for 2 weeks? It gets fucking boring. But I can say that now because I did it. But not only because my revenue share hit 81,000. I told my wife, okay, we need to take a break. We need to. We owe it to ourselves. We've been working so hard for so many years, right? So if you're an agent in production right now, 8 to 11 prospecting, in the afternoon is for getting business. You're doing your CMAs, you're doing research. And then from 3 to 7, you're going on appointments. If you don't have appointments, you got to preview property. Every single day, you're out there hustling. I don't care what you do, you hustle, right? And especially in this upcoming market, you need to double up on everything that you do if you want even the same results. If you want more results, you got to triple down on what you do, right? It is just a more market. Don't hate it, play the game. It's just a more game. Play the numbers game, play the ratio game, play the law of averages game. Just keep playing the game. It's a game, guys. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too seriously. You're never going to make it out of this thing alive anyway. So have fun every single day, but give it your best shot every single day. Give it your very best. Your very, very best. Human species are the only species, Hui, that don't give it their best every single day. But what's the alternative? What's the alternative? Being a loser, right? Your wife, seeing you on the couch. Hey, what the hell are you doing today? I was supposed to talk to 2 agents, but I didn't. Gosh, get off the couch or get a job, guys. Like, stop it. Right? Sorry to be super real, but that's just how I think. And I used to be super lazy, and I got that fire lit inside of me. I will never stop. I will never stop, guys. If you never stop, you can never fail, right? If you don't stop, you're in essence unstoppable. Who wants to be more unstoppable on this call? Who wants to be more unstoppable? I hope you want to be unstoppable. Okay, good. Thank you.
Wow, John, where do you get all this energy coming from? You gotta show us. You gotta show me.
So guys, you're never going to feel motivated every single day. I wake up super negative every single day. Trust me, I don't want to wake up at 4:30. Oh my God, it's 4:30 again. That's like the first thought in my head, right? But then motion creates emotion. You get moving and you'll feel motivated. It's not like, oh, I'm so motivated today, I'm going to go take action. If that is the way you run your business, you're going to be dead. Go get a casket and wait. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say this, and I want to share this story. A couple of days ago, I went to my friend's mom's funeral. She was one of my best mentors. She was in the network marketing industry in USANA for like 25 years, guys. And she had busted her ass. And you know what? In 1 year, stomach cancer took her. And this is a lady who's lived her life and worked the hardest, but life is short. You just never know what's going to happen. So give it your very best. Give it your all. Just one day at a time, give it your all. One day at a time, give it your all. And when you're sitting on the couch by the end of the day, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm exhausted. Oh, it feels good because I did something, right? Do what you say you're going to do every single day. Have integrity in your business and within yourself, within your family. You have nothing, no regrets. Right? But if you're like, oh, when you're about to die, you're like, oh fuck, I wish I had, spend more time with my family. I wish I had given my all. I wish I had achieved all my dreams. Ooh, think about that. No, you never want that. Just give it your very best, whatever it is, just today, right? Because I never know what's going to happen tomorrow, guys. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep, I love that. Wow, John, thank you so much. I know you're about to have to run out to another conference here. But guys, you have time for some questions?
I got a couple minutes for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
feel free.
awesome.
Feel free.
I think Joanne, I think you mentioned briefly one of your script about, you know, like seven stream of income. Would you mind repeating that script again, you know, when you're approaching the agent?
Yeah. I said, oh, I'm not interested in EXP. Okay, well, yeah, tell me more about that. And they would say, oh yeah, you guys are pyramid scheme, whatever. Okay, yeah, I can appreciate that. Do you really know what a pyramid scheme is? Can you enlighten me on that? They can't say anything. And I would ask them, okay, beyond that, because EXP is just a platform. EXP is just a vehicle to get us to the freedom that we want in our business. Let me ask you a question. If I can show you that we can earn 7 streams of income within the same brokerage, would you want to take a look at it?
Wow.
Right? They'll be stupid if they no, I don't want more income.
Hey, but John, like all these Asian that you talk to, you know, from what I feel like they actually call lead, right? Do you actually know these people like in most of your call, or these are, you know, like really call lead that you just like actually hit the phone and then call them? It's
Rarely cold, really cold. It's people that I connect with on social media, people that I have done deals with, and people at the Mike Berry organization. I'm blessed to be in have been in Mike Berry for now 15 years, and so I made a lot of friends all over North America, right? And so that's how I build. So if you go networking, at networking realtor events, you'll meet those people. But if you do decide if you're not comfortable with talking to your warm market, just you could do what Aaron Zucker does from New York. He just looks at realtor.com and then he just picks an area and starts cold calling down the list. You could do that too, but why do that when you haven't talked to the people that you know already?
I agree. Yeah.
Right?
Man, I love that. So Joe Toway got a question. John, can you share what it is that you do to maintain your group? You know, as you have such a large group, what do you do to ensure agent, you know, retention?
Yeah, so the 7 calls that I do every single week, that's a retention tool. I've started a Facebook group, so I involve them in that Facebook group as well. Just get people plugged into structures where they feel like there's a community. So you have to build community and culture. Right? If you don't have community and culture, people don't they feel lost,
Yeah.
right? But the next thing is, it's not just me, guys. I have Simone with 350 people. I have Jack Sai out in LA for 170 people. And, John Tublares, which is under Simone at 170 people. And then Gurinder Brar just hit 100 people. So all these leaders that are creating leaders, right? But if you are one guy and trying to hold 845 people, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. So look for leaders, look for people who are hungry, willing, and coachable to run with you, right? And work on your leadership skills. I took a 2-year leadership course called Team Management Leadership Program with Landmark Worldwide. It's the most confronting course I've ever taken, but it's helped me become a better leader. And every single day I'm reading about leadership. Reading right now, Leading an Inspired Life by Jim Rohn, and Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willing, David Goggins' books, Relentless by Tim S. Grover, and then the other side is I read stuff like Stoicism, like Ryan Holiday, Stillness is the Key, Ego is the Enemy, and also Michael Singer, Untethered Soul, stuff that make you let go, and then there's stuff like Go Beast Mode. So you have to have both extremes. It's like this every single day in my business, and with everything, guys, is take massive action every single day, but allow space for attraction. High intention every single day, but low attachment. I hope that makes sense.
That. Yeah, that's really important. I think John, you're one of the few people that I see that you kind of detach yourself from the outcome. So you just keep focused on the input, but then the outcome you actually don't emotionally attach to it, which gain you energy, right?
I think so. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And if you have a lack of money right now, don't focus on the lack of money. Focus on, your actions every single day. Focus on what you do every single day, and the money will come. Your income is directly correlated to the level of service that you provide. So if you have a lack of money, that means your service is not good enough, or you're not reaching enough people. So increase the output of talking to people, and at the same time working on your level of service. Your level of service to the agent that you attract, your level of service to the customers that you have.
Yeah, I love that. Got a fun question, John. Do you suggest to take high profile client to expensive place like country club, car club, expensive restaurants?
I mean, I think so, but you're gonna eat yourself to death, or you're gonna network yourself to death at one point. It's not very scalable to do that, right? I'd rather get 500, 600, 700 clients of mine in a room, in a ballroom, and have it open bar for 2 hours and just network with them. I think that's more scalable, right? And at times, the thing is, I have young family. If you don't have a young family, you love to go out and network, and that inspires you, that gives you energy. Go and do it. Fine, right? I know people that go out every single night with clients, and I can't do that. I've done that before, which drains me. I'm more introverted person, but if you're extroverted person, you love going out, do that. But for me, I need to pull back more. I need to say no more.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree.
Oh, agents, not clients. So I think it's the same. If you want to network, if you want to, entertain them, great. But like, I'm not gonna go out of my way and beg them, right? Don't beg people, right? The
Yeah,
opportunity speaks for itself, and you can't force people to come and join you, right? If they're aligned with you, they'll naturally gravitate towards you. That's why it's called agent attraction, not agent begging,
I love that.
right?
Yeah. But yeah, John, thank you so much for your time. So we get to get this series to kickstart ready. So next week, John, you are more than welcome to bring your group over here as well. Every Tuesday at 10
Sounds
a.m.
good, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Step by step, number one, I'm gonna show you how to build your list, because if you don't have a big list, you don't have anybody to talk to, you cannot build your future, right? So
Awesome.
November 15, build your list, build your future. November 2nd, really important skill that everybody here need to learn is the art of the invite, right? If you just learn how to invite people correctly, have them talk to John, have them talk to me, have them talk to your senior business partner, your business is gonna grow, it's gonna blow up during 2023. And then, just like John say, the goal is in the follow-up. You got to be able to follow up with people, talk to people, add value to them. We lead with value. And then after that, right, we touched briefly on the call today, onboarding, plugging people in, promoting culture and event. People don't join EXP, right? They join you, they join your culture. And what do we need to do to promoting that? And then, the last session, December 13, Amanda and Jeff, it's going to close it out for us, with our freedom blueprint and roadmap. So John, thank you so much. How do people reach out to you? Oh, you already did.
Yeah, I just put it all in there. Sorry, I went through the book so quickly. How about I'll send it to Hui. Hui can share with the group. Sound fair?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we
Yeah,
have on recording as well, so we can go back and
go,
see
man.
you're reading right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for the opportunity to share. I love to contribute. So thank you for having me on. And I apologize. I'm not, in a great place to do this, but I hope you guys got the value that you came to get. And, make it a great day, guys. Finish strong and don't ever stop recruiting. Make it a great day. Sounds
Thank
good,
you,
guys.
John. See
All
you
right. Cheers.
now. All right.
Bye.
Well, thank you everybody for coming.